Hey guys, it's Scott with Scotty B Cards, and in this video, I want to show you my pickups of the last few months. Every once in a while, I like to show kind of what I'm picking up, what I'm targeting, just because I think it's fun to share what I've picked up and why. And also, people sometimes ask what I'm targeting, and so this is a good way to do both of those things in the same video. I have a few different cards I've purchased, and it's funny. I remember I made one of these videos in September. I remember thinking, man, I'm not going to have one of these videos for a long time because I don't have any other cards. I want to move to buy more cards. And somehow I bought a lot of cards. So I'm going to show what those are, and we'll discuss why I bought each of them. First one is Shane Bieber. So this is the 2018 Topps Update Shane Bieber. He does not have hardly any rookies. This is one of his very best rookie cards. I think he's in, obviously he's in Topps Chrome Update, so you can get the refractors and such, but he has so few cards out there for his rookie that this is one of the better cards to get. This is the gold number to 2018. It's definitely a PSA 9. I would never try to actually cross this one just because it has some corner issue up here, edge issue up here on the back. It has some edge stuff as well. But that's my first pickup that I made. I think Bieber, if he can come back healthy next year, he can do really well. I think he finished in the top 10 3 years ago. 2 years ago, he actually won with the Triple Crown in 2020, and then this last year, he didn't really pitch much. But regardless, I think Bieber could have a big bounce back. After that, we have a card that's not super common. This is a 1901 Harry Vardon. Harry Vardon is a golfer. He actually is one of the best golfers of all time. There's a cup, I think it's for whoever scores the most. It's the Harry Vardon Cup for the scoring leader for the PGA every year. And he was in the movie The Greatest Game Ever Played. He's just a really good player. So this is his rookie card. Just a simple little 1901 cigarette card. Pretty awesome. Just shows him on the street corner with a club. I've wanted this one for a very long time, and I finally found him for about $80 on auction. If you didn't know, and I don't think many people know, I'm a vintage golf collector as well. I don't know if they'll ever be valued there, but I think it's fun to have pieces of historic golfers like Harry Vardon. After that, we have a Manny Machado Bowman Chrome autograph. The case is beat to heck, and that's partially why I got it so cheap. I paid about $150 for it, and that's the cheapest on eBay that had been listed for a very long time, and I went on auction. I was the only person who bid, and that might be for a good reason. People don't like Manny Machado much, but if the Padres can be successful, I think Machado's cards will rise, just like Tatis's cards will rise. And regardless for this, it's a really bold autograph, which is hard to find for his Bowman Chrome autos, and eventually I either can get this recased, or I can try to cross it to BGS. Recasing is probably what I'll end up doing, so I think it looks fine. It's just the case, which has kind of held back the value. But I was happy with it for only around $150. To keep the trend going of veteran Bowman Chrome autographs, I picked up a Carlos Correa. This one I got for $199, and the reason I picked it up is because he's having such a great year and is forgotten about. I think he was second in the American League or third for position player WAR, and he had a great year. His defense was amazing at age 26 or 27, and that's something that I think people were worried about with Correa, was the fact that he might have to move off of shortstop to be a third baseman because of his size. But he was one of the best defensive shortstops. He actually won a Gold Glove and a Platinum Glove, I believe, for Correa. So it just shows that was one thing that showed his bat was still there, plus his defense was there, and he will probably be going to a new team. And once that happens, if he has a good year or two in this new location, let's say New York, that's a long shot, but who knows? If that does happen, then this card could be worth a lot more than the $199 I paid for it. Next up, we have Juan Soto. Juan Soto is one of my very favorite baseball players, and I think that's very apparent. I talk very highly of him because of the way that he actually has at-bats is some of the most advanced I've ever seen, maybe even since like Mike Trout has similar at-bats. Soto can actually do a little bit more than Trout, I think, with this at-bats, but also like, Barry Bonds back in the early 2000s, he just controlled the strike zone, just like Juan Soto, and I think that's going to actually help him age very, very well. He's only 22. He actually is an MVP runner-up. He has 2 top 5 MVP finishes in his first 4 seasons, and he's just going to get better in my opinion. So this is his update image variation. I paid about $500 for this as well. Either that or I traded for it. I can't really remember exactly what happened off the top of my head. Then we have another Juan Soto. So this Juan Soto is a gold refractor. He has 3 rookie gold refractors that are base refractors. He has this, he has his Topps Chrome update, and he has the Silver Pack gold. That's all that I know of. There might be one more I'm forgetting, but again, those are just the base cards. So obviously he has the different inserts and stuff that are gold in this same Bowman's Best set, but this is his base card. And Juan Soto, like I already have talked about, I think he's going to be the best young player in baseball, and eventually in the next 2 years or so, he's going to be the one that people are most sought after. He's looking for Juan Soto. So to get a low numbered Soto card is, I think, a very low risk and high reward type pickup. This isn't going to be able to be flipped for very long, so I paid $5.99 for it on an auction on eBay, but I think eventually it could be a multi-thousand, say $2,000 to $3,000 card. Just 2 cards left. The next one is a Clayton Kershaw. So this is my first HGA graded card, and I'm not going to lie, there are some things I don't like about it. I feel like it's a little overgraded. They gave it a 9. You can see right here there's a little surface ding on that edge, and for me that would at least, at best, get an 8, and they gave it a 9. So I think it's slightly overgraded, but that's okay. I got it for a good deal probably because of that. I paid, what was it, $6.99 for it on Twitter, and it looks nice. I actually will say the case of HGA feels super solid in hand, which I do like a lot. And it is a little bit big, but it presents relatively well. It's just, I wish that grading standard is a little bit more strict with that edge issue. But Clayton Kershaw, he is really good. I think we all know he's probably the best pitcher of the 2010s. People could argue DeGrom, but he had a really strong peak, DeGrom did. But Kershaw, over the course of the entire 2010s, was amazing. An MVP, I think 3 Cy Youngs, a World Series, all these different accomplishments, and he's only about 32 or 33, which is DeGrom's age. He's already accomplished all of this. So if he can have a relatively graceful aging curve, which who knows if that's going to happen, then this card could even move up more. But it's funny, Mike Trout, who's the best hitter of our generation, his Bowman Chrome autographs are worth tens of thousands. And then you have Clayton Kershaw, who's probably the best pitcher of our generation, and he's worth around $700. So it just shows that hitters carry a premium, and that's something you should pay attention to when investing. But regardless, I've always wanted this card since I got back into the hobby, so I'm glad to finally pick it up. And the last card that I'm going to highlight in this video is a Bryce Harper Bowman Chrome autograph. And all these little marks on the look like they're on the surface are actually on the sleeve. You actually can see it if you tilt it. They're on top of the card, so they're not on the card itself. Really strong blue, not streaky, bold autograph, which is important to me. And I know it says the centering is a little off top to bottom, and maybe a tiny bit left to right, but I think that 9 centering is pretty rough. And if you actually look at the card, I looked under a jewelry loop. This corner has a little bit of damage, but you can't see it at all to the naked eye. And the centering isn't bad enough where I don't think it would get a PSA 10. But so I think eventually I might cross it if I have the guts, because even in a PSA 9, it'll still look fine. But it's one of those things. I'm not going to be moving it for a little bit, so I'm happy with it. I traded a really nice Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie card for this. Acuna had some things that are concerning to me. I don't think he'll be back on the field till the middle of next summer. And he usually is a slow starter, especially coming off of an injury, so he might not be the same player until the following season, and I hope I'm wrong, and there's a good chance I am wrong because he is a very good athlete. But for me, I wanted to get into someone like Bryce Harper because I've always liked Bryce Harper, and if he continues to play well next year, these cards will be too expensive for me. So I picked it up. I will probably buy more Acuna once the season gets going and he's not on the field. People might actually stop buying him for a little bit and start selling a little bit cheaper, and if that's the case, I'll scoop up more of his cards. One card I don't have with me right now because it's actually at grading at SGC is this Aaron Judge Topps Chrome Sapphire rookie from 2017. I think there's only 250 of these made. And Aaron Judge is a top 5 MVP this year. He was number 4. And I think if he can stay healthy, he's going to have a good few more years in New York. And if he does and they have success as a team, I think there's potential. I bought this for $250. It could go to, $500. And it could double itself. In worst case, it might drop to $200. So it's also a very low risk, and I wouldn't even say high reward. It could have a big reward for me, but nothing huge. So that's the last card I picked up. And now I bought some sealed wax. I bought 2014 Topps Chrome Update. This I paid like $175 for. It's the only way you can actually get Topps Chrome Update. You get 2 packs of 4 cards in these mega boxes, and you also get 5 packs of regular 2014 Topps Update. I won't open this one, even though I really want to. I also bought some 2015 Topps Update Fat Packs, and I pulled a Carlos Correa rookie, a JT Realmuto rookie, and a Francisco Lindor rookie out of both of those packs. Did really well. And then I also purchased, I think, 5 fat packs of 2014 Topps Update. And I don't open much of vintage packs just because they're so expensive. I paid only $50 for each of these, and eventually I'll actually release an opening video of me opening those cards. That is all I purchased. Let me know in the comments below if you like what I did, if you don't like what I did, and what you think I should target. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.